Welcome back to Ayakastyles. I hope you're doing well. Today's video, it's all about midi dresses that is somewhat colorful. Well, it's all solid color, but I have in this color, pink, red, teal, green, and plum color. So let's jump into it. Before we are going into this dress first item, I wanted to mention that all the items are linked in the description box along my measurements. And for the reference, I'm 5'2", 157 centimeter. So even though midi dresses, it's not gonna be as midi for taller ladies. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna talk about this first item. Okay, so this is a beautiful yellow dress, satin dress. I got size small, my usual size. And I mean, it's very simple. There's no complaint. I mean, obviously it is satin fabric with a lining, so it's not gonna be a see-through, and the fit is just perfect. It's not loose, it's not super tight, it's just perfect. And it's an adjustable strap going on with a side zipper. It's so easy to wear. I don't have anything to complain, so shall we move on to the next item? If I'm talking about the colored wise, it's obviously, as you can see, it's a yellow, but it's a little bit more saturated yellow than butter yellow, if you are wondering. In the next video, I will show you this one. This is a little bit more butter yellow, which is more for this season, I want to say. For my skin tone, I feel like this a little more saturated yellow suits more. But I mean, these two are really completely different dresses, so. But anyhow, that's that. My cat is running around. But yeah, we are moving on to the next item, which is pink. Alright, so this is the next one. I got size small, my usual size. Runs true to size slightly bigger for my body shape. But you definitely should stick to your usual size. And I think this would be a great one if you have a little more like a hourglass shape or pear shape. Because this part is going to be a little bit more fitted. And I think it creates a little more shape in my opinion. But it still has some shape going on and it's pretty. It's a mermaid finish. When you move, it just twirls beautifully. And in terms of the color, it is more kind of pastel but more saturated than pastel pink. It's more bubblegum pink, a little bit more cooler tone. Yeah, but it's really nice. It's a beautiful dress and it has a adjustable strap, so you can make it a little bit more looser if you like, or tighter of course. And if you cannot tell, because it's through camera, the first layer, this flowy layer, is a chiffon, and then the lining is just lining. Common part about this dress would be it's a lot of fabric in a sense, so it's a little bit heavy, a little bit hot. And also for petite ladies, I am wearing the heels and it's like a perfect maxi length. Of course, if you're taller ladies, you can wear flat and then have this length or a little bit shorter. I think that's also pretty. If I don't put shoes on, I'll be cleaning the floor. But because it's a lot of fabric around the below knee area, I wouldn't really step on. I will step on it, but I'm not gonna trip, if that makes sense. I mean, you have to be careful anyways, but it's side zipper closure, easy to put on, take off. I feel like the Dynamite is killing it this season. Maybe last season too, I did not try enough, but it is like all the items I've tried, except maybe lacy one from last video or last white video try on haul. It's been beautiful. But anyhow, we are gonna move on to one last item from Dynamite and the rest will be from Zara. Alright, so this is the next one. It's a jersey asymmetrical dress. I got size small, my usual size. This is very stretchy, very comfortable. Asymmetrical here, asymmetrical there, ruched. It's just perfect dress. And I would say for petite ladies, you kind of have to wear heels. I think with this dress, you do want to wear heels anyways, but without it, this part will drag on the floor almost, which I find it looks a little bit funny. It kind of have to be elevated from the ground. You can stick to usual size. It's a very boring, like a gray tone as well. Yeah. Well, I didn't put it properly here. There you go. Really nothing to say. Nothing bad to say. I mean, nothing whoa great to say either, I guess. It's synthetic material, stretchy, comfortable. I think I already mentioned everything. So yeah. Oh yeah, maybe great thing is that it's asymmetrical, and this part, it actually hides like all the way, so there's no extra skin pushing out like this. So which I love. And this part, it just, you can adjust, I mean, however you like. It's a little bit more flexible in a sense. So if you wanna put it a little bit more high up, lower, I put it wherever it ended up. But yeah. If you're looking for something a little bit different, I think this is the one. And I think you can add some chain belt, either Starfish for a beach vacation, or a little bit more like a party, or more medallion chain belt to make it more boho, however you like. I think you can wear it with boots as well for a little bit more colder season. Mwah. This is beautiful dress again. Okay, so this is the next item. I got size small, my usual size. I do recommend you to stick to your usual size. This, I don't know, gives me a little more elegant. My Scorpio comes out of me. But anyhow, the color is a beautiful plum. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more pink when I saw it on up. Maybe my screen was too dark or something. But anyhow, it's a beautiful. It is beautiful. I still do like the other one better. I think it was more wearable. This one gives a little bit more elegant, more sophisticated, more dressed up look. And so in terms of fabric, it's spandex, like a polyamide, so it's gonna be hot. And also for the, where do I start? The looseness, you can adjust it how you like. You can really straight them out, as this side it's already like ruched up here, but it kind of sucks in. Like my bum looks a little cuter than usual. And yeah, you can hide your pooch as well if you want to hide it. This part actually pretty good, very similar to the Dynamite dress I just reviewed, and it has gold details going on, so you probably want to tie your hair or half up to show a little bit of details. It's not bad, but from front you kind of have to be careful where this ruches, because if you just don't care much and the ruches, oh, it kind of works better. I don't know. Sometimes it kind of looks like ham, you know, like a roasted ham thing. So that's one thing. It's not super tight, but like it hugs your body kind of situation. Alright, so this is the next one. I have very mixed feeling about this. I got size small, my usual size. I runs a little bit small, not little bit. It's quite small on this upper chest area. It is so tight. I'm not comfortable. But the body part, I think it fits pretty right on. You know, it's stretchy too, but I don't think it's stretching too much to be able to size up, if that makes sense. I do recommend you to size up because it's really tight, especially if you have bigger breast. Like I have small breast, and or me, I don't know. I do have flared rib cage, so that could be a reason, but it's still here, right? It's not here. Yeah, maybe skip on this. The length is a little bit weird as well, so for petite ladies, maybe size up and see how that fits on you. Like the chest part right here, it's gonna be comfortable for sure, but I'm not sure how the body would fit. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit too loose, but then length will be also a bit longer. Maybe it balances out a little bit. I find it this is a little bit funny proportion. Like I cannot pull this up all the way, right? Like here. And like a lot of skin showing here, and a little too much ankle showing or weird length for this proportion. And fabric, it does also feel a little plasticky. If you sweat, it's just gonna stay there kind of fabric. But I really like the idea of this dress. I love how this like flowery going on, which kind of makes cheap noise. Nobody's gonna know. But yeah, let's move on to, oh yeah, but actually one more thing. It's a side zipper closure and there's a clip. So it was somewhat easy to pull up the zipper, but again, it's really tight. Now we can move on to one last item, which is this teal satin dress. Okay, so this is the one last item of this haul. I got size small, my usual size. I ran true to size. The waist part is a little bit cinched in, and now my pooch is pretty obvious because the fabric is kind of satin and just reflects perfectly. I think you can avoid it if you wear one of those high-waisted shapewear and all. Then it's gonna be somewhat flat, right? So it should be fine. The fabric is a satin material with a little texture going on, so I would say this is kind of travel friendly as well. Even if it's a little wrinkly, it's already wrinkly. And as you can see, there's a slit, so it's easy to walk around. And there's a side zipper closure with there's 2 buttons at the back, which I didn't close. I struggle with this type of buttons. It's not tight or anything. It just, I don't know, I cannot do it. Here, once you close it, the neck part is a little bit more closed, but it doesn't make too much difference right now. But you definitely want to close it when you're actually wearing it. And I thought this color is warm skin tone blue, if that makes sense, like a teal color. But it is paired with this silver. I wish it was a gold. I don't have a lot of silver jewelry, so I can't really pair anything other than silver hoop. Or, I mean, you can technically do mixed jewelry. I don't know if you can hear this grass cutting situation outside. Oh, I guess this works. I think it's a little bit different. I don't see this color a lot. Especially now, it's like a lot more pastels going on. So if you're more into deeper color, I think this is great. It's really light. There's no lining going on, but again, it is textured, like already wrinkly finish. So you don't really have to worry about underwear being visible. It's just my pooch is reflecting light perfectly to just show it's there. But anyhow, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please do subscribe or like or comment so I will know that you liked it, and that's gonna be my motivation to make more videos like this from Zara, Dynamite, and maybe H&M, Mango. I haven't done Mango for a long time. But anyhow, I really hope to see you in the next video or in this one. Bye now!